Hi. Hey, anyway, so I was just reading a chapter of my new book that I'm writing right now, and to my sister earlier. Anyway, so I thought I would share it because I'm going to be finishing it pretty soon. I did say January originally, so it's coming up to that right now, and yay. Anyway, let's get to it. I just got to find it. Here we go. Okay, so the new title is called The Shadow Between Us. Now, it's a book about a dark spiritual love. Okay, so it's a love I've never experienced, but I want to. And my sister thinks it's like never gonna happen, but no, I disagree. So anyway, here we go. Okay. Before the world scarred her, before betrayal carved its lessons into her bones, before she learned how to survive without softness, her soul had already chosen him. And his soul, restless across lifetimes, had promised her, "When your fire is nearly gone, I will come, not to save you, but to stand with you while you save yourself." And so they fell into separate lives, she into shadow, he into wandering, both searching for what they could not name. But the thread between them pulled tighter with every heartbreak she endured, every lonely night he felt without reason, every whisper of intuition that said, "Soon." Chapter 1. A Woman Built from Ruins. Zoe walked through the world, like someone who had survived a war no one else could see. Her eyes were sharp, not from cruelty, but from clarity. The kind of woman gains only after her heart has been broken far too many times, by men who were never ready for her depth. She chose solitude the way wounded animals chose caves, not to hide, but to heal where hands could not reach her. Her days were quiet now, her nights darker, and her spirit was waking up in a way she couldn't yet understand. Lately she felt watched, but not in fear, more like something in the unseen world was leaning close, breathing against her skin, waiting. Sometimes she heard whispers in that space between sleep and waking, "I'm coming." She didn't know who said it, but her heart recognized it in a way that frightened her, because she had promised herself never to believe in promises again. He felt her pain before he ever saw her. Across cities, miles, and lifetimes, he felt the tremor in her spirit like a storm calling his name. But he didn't know her face, but he knew her energy, the ache, the fury, the strength that rose like a phoenix in slow motion. He spent years wandering into relationships that never touched him, in nights that felt hollow, in silence that felt like waiting. Women came to him, but none stayed in his soul. His heart remained closed, locked, as if saving its final beat for someone it had not yet met, or someone it had always known. He dreamt of her sometimes, a woman with fire in her eyes and sadness in her ribs, a woman who walked like she was carrying a lifetime of ghosts, a woman whose darkness matched his own. He didn't know her name, but he whispered something into the night, "Let me find you already," and the universe shifted. It happened on a heavy, rain-soaked evening. Zoe felt it first, a sudden warmth across her sternum, like invisible fingers had pressed gently into the center of her soul. She stopped walking, the street was empty, her breath hitched. Something was reaching for her. Not a man, not a presence she could see, something deeper. Her pulse raced, not from fear, but from recognition. "He's close," a voice inside her whispered. "He's close now." She shook her head, swallowing the panic rising in her throat. "No," she muttered to herself. "No more fantasies, no more illusions." But the pull didn't fade. If anything, it tightened, like the universe itself, but dropped a hook into her chest and began reeling. The first time she saw him, she didn't trust it. He was just a man sitting alone in a dim cafe, hands wrapped around a mug, rain dripping from his jacket. But when he lifted his head and their eyes met, the world fell silent. Not romantic silence, not cinematic silence, spiritual silence. The kind that happens when two souls collide after lifetimes apart. His breath caught, her heart tripped, and neither looked away. He didn't smile, he didn't speak. He just stared at her with recognition so deep it made her chest ache. He thought, it's her. God, it's her. She thought, why do you feel like someone I've lost? The moment broke only when she looked down, fingers trembling, fighting the instinct to run, because something about him made her feel exposed, not physically but spiritually. Like this stranger could see the woman she had buried under decades of pain. He approached her slowly as if stepping into sacred territory. Hi, he said, voice steadily but soft. I think we've met before. A joke, a deflection, but his eyes betrayed it. They weren't the eyes of a man seeing a stranger. They were the eyes of a man recognizing home. Zoe's throat tightened. You don't know me, she whispered. No, he said, head tilting slightly. But my soul does. Her stomach dropped. Her entire life she'd begged for something real, and when it stood in front of her, she almost stepped back. Because real love didn't just feel beautiful, it felt dangerous, transformative, fated, and fate was the one thing she had never trusted. So there we go. So yes, this is not, it's not real, but I want it to be real. And that's why I wrote it. Okay, so anyway, I've just got a few chapters left. I'm just wrapping up to the end. Then I'll finish some editing and then I'll be posting it. Okay, so again, it'll be down as an ebook. And then, when the funds come in for the ebooks, then, I'll do a paperback. Anyway, thanks for listening. Love to you all. Bye for now.